Bukayo Saka and Cole Palmer. Two players who have taken the Premier League and world football by storm and coincidentally are often compared. Now when it comes to Saka and Palmer, I kind of like both of them if I'm being honest. I shouldn't like both of them as a Liverpool fan, but Saka, he seems like a really, really good guy, seems like a very light-hearted person. I've seen a lot of his teammates come out talking about him. They have nothing but nice things to say. And the same kind of goes for Cole Palmer as well. And I'll be honest, I've seen a lot of highlights of Cole Palmer in interviews where he just looks oblivious to questions that are asked to him. And I think it's kind of funny.
What? AM and Peter, what do you mean?
Now, they're obviously compared because they're both outstanding footballers with great technical ability. But as a Liverpool fan, I could really care less about who's better. But it does put me in a position to where I can unbiasedly compare both's ability and tell you who I believe is a better footballer. Now, to start off, Bukayo Saka. He does have a little bit of an edge over Cole Palmer because he's been playing regularly in the Premier League for quite some time now. Since 2019, Saka has pretty much started for Arsenal since, and we can't doubt his ability. And positionally, Saka can be very dynamic. Obviously, we know him well as a right winger, but he broke into the Arsenal first team as a left back, and this past summer with England in the Euros, he did do a stint at left back as well. Now, to me personally, Saka is not an output machine. His statistics will not back the impact that he actually has for Arsenal and England. Obviously, he does bag a lot of goals and assists, but for me, he does a lot more than just get goals and assists. He's obviously someone who the run of play through Arsenal goes through, and in my opinion, he's very integral to how that team operates. Saka is someone who for a while, I had questioned if he had reached that world-class caliber, and if I'm being honest, I do think he has crossed over to be considered world-class. And on the other side of the coin, we have Cole Palmer. Obviously, Palmer has been around pretty much since last season, which is a shorter period of time for Saka. That does need to be taken into consideration. However, since breaking through, since his transfer to Chelsea, he's been nothing less than remarkable. Last season, let's call it as it is, Chelsea were shit. But he was the standout and probably the only bright side of Chelsea's shit season. And so far this season, Chelsea have improved, and it doesn't seem as though Cole Palmer's lost his stride. Just recently, scoring 4 goals in one half for Chelsea. You know, I've seen Cole Palmer do some remarkable things. I've seen him score a hat trick in under 30 minutes, and in this season, he's scoring 4 goals in a single half. This kid's unbelievable. Now, if you were to compare his stats to Saka's, it does weigh more on the side that Palmer's just an output machine. And if you were to take goals, for instance, Palmer takes a lot more penalties than Saka, so his goals obviously are a little bit more inflated. But nevertheless, I do think he is a little more dynamic than Saka in the sense that while Saka can play at left back, it's rare that you're going to see him playing there. It's honestly preferred that he's going to be playing right wing. Cole Palmer can play out on the wing, but he can also play through the spine of Chelsea, often featuring as an attacking midfielder. And in my opinion, I think he actually plays a little bit better as a number 10 than he does out wide. And at the end of the day, when comparing the two, it really comes down to the fact that Saka does a lot more to help Arsenal create goals, whereas for me, Cole Palmer is the one scoring the goals and creating the goals for Chelsea. I think currently, if I was to have to take one of them, I would take Cole Palmer. And that strictly is just going off form. But also on the flip side of things, Cole Palmer has only been that relevant in the Premier League for the past season and a half. You're looking at a guy like Saka who has been producing for Arsenal season after season after season after season. And then if you were to take both of these guys, they often get compared to Phil Foden. Now for me, Phil Foden has been playing in the Premier League as a regular starter for a lot longer than both of them, and the accolades of Manchester City speak for themselves. I think he is just one echelon above the two of them. However, if you were to look at Saka and Palmer's form so far this season, I think that they've been better than Foden. And if you were to take in their performances over the Euros, obviously Palmer didn't play as much, Foden was not as good as the two of them. For me, as a Liverpool fan, if I had to take one of them, I think I would take Cole Palmer. And I'll be honest with you, it's probably just due to his output. He scores a lot of goals and gets a lot of assists. Obviously, in my opinion, Saka is world class. However, I just think that the output that we are seeing from Cole Palmer, it's remarkable this season. But I might also be dumb at the same time. Bukayo Saka has been playing in the Premier League for several seasons at this point. If Cole Palmer has a real drop-off in form, then I'm going to look like an idiot because I'm picking him over Saka, who is a proven entity. I think if you're an England fan, you got to be happy. If you're a Liverpool fan, or not an England fan like me, I really don't care how good these two are. Frankly, I don't want either of them to be good at all. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.